What is good? What is good? This is Dash Bones, back and better than ever, and I am tuned in with
Monkey D. Michael.
And this is the chapter 1017. Shout out 1017 Brick Squad. Shout out to So Icy. This is the So Icy anime Shonen Jump collab. And what an epic chapter it was, because we got really three big main heavy hitters that turned the tides of this entire theme of the chapter. All the main points were tied to these things. Like, we started off getting gifters and the pleasures and the waiters. They're just all turning heel, and we're getting them on the Straw Hat Alliance side. So that 20,000 to 7,000 is really starting to affect them on every single floor. We're seeing the mid-tier Straw Hats, we're seeing Frankie and Sasaki, we're seeing that affect them. We get like perspective shift to Jinbe. He's battling out with who's who, and this is some really dope dialogue that we get early, because who's who is really trying to test Jinbe's game.
Right. Well, he's trying to test his gangster, but we also get this kind of reminiscent of CP9 back in Eddie's lobby, where CP9 wants to talk way too much.
Yeah, they want the clout of them being CP9 to scare the Straw Hats, prevent them from even fighting. They just want them to see it's futile. Don't even resist. Show no resistance. Just give in to it. Kaido and, like you're saying, CP9 are doing the same thing.
Yeah, no, I mean, it's kind of weird because when you look at it, it's almost like they want you to know their backstory and what they had to do to get to where they are. At the same time, Jinbe's not here for it. He's not trying to listen, let's talk, let's fight.
I came here expecting to be outnumbered. This is all out war. My responsibility is to take out the officers and to deal with y'all while my captain deals with y'all top dog. So we're gonna see all of that right here. Just seeing that who's who has always really just had a little extra something when it came to him wanting to be recognized by Jinbe. But Jinbe always shrugged it off the last time they had showed them before they really got in depth with the fight. Outside of that,
see, I mean, the thing that I thought was most interesting about like Jinbe and who's encounter was the fact you had to go back all the way back to chapter 1 to remember that Shanks and his crew actually stole the Gum Gum fruit from a random ship. We never found out from who and why that was important. But now all of a sudden we're making connections here, right?
Yeah, we had Who's Who was taking it back 12 years. And this is, of course, before Luffy got active. And when they were all in the bar just horsing around, Luffy was saying he was hungry. So he decides to just open up the box. And when Shanks was talking to him, he was like, bro, do you realize, like, dude, little nigga, do you realize the significance of what you just did? You just ate the Gumma Gumma. You don't even know what
you can't even swim no more. And that's something that you really wanted to do if you wanted to be a pirate, is you had to kind of be able to swim.
That shifts the entire narrative of this generation of pirates, because who knows what Shanks would have become if he would have decided to take that on. Like he said, he entrusted that into the new era. That was good for the new era of pirates. But for guys like we hear of who's who
gets in prison just for getting the fruit stolen, that's definitely a displeaser right there.
He showed, like they said, he showed incredible promise, and they were paralleling his rivalry to Rob Lucci. And we know that Rob Lucci was like the golden child of Cypher Pole. So to know that he had that much cachet and had that much clout, it had to be something of great value to really be able to move and shape the narrative of the entire show like that. Luffy being entrusted with that from Shanks holds so much more weight. Seeing what that effect, the ripple effect it had on the world government.
And it's just bringing up quite a bit of theories out there. I'm hearing this and that, but I think my thing is that they just want to make sure that the awakening of the potential of this fruit might be able to affect the world itself.
We saw
similar to Whitebeard. Sorry.
Yeah, being like the power to destroy the entire world. So if Luffy really taps into his power like he needs to in this fight with Kaido, is that going to shift the entire focus of the new world?
Right.
Is that going to shift the entire focus to Wano and bring the Navy and bring the Admirals there? Okay, Straw Hat Luffy has just awakened this devil fruit. We saw earlier that Im-sama was looking at the hat. He was looking at the giant hat in that little chamber. So Luffy is clearly, he's turning the right and the wrong heads. Like dating back to Marineford to now, Luffy is showing all the right qualities between the King's Haki and just having that devil that rubbed a lot of higher ups the wrong way, to say the least.
Yeah, for sure.
And it's just setting up to be a crazy story, man. I want to see more of this next chapter. Unfortunately, you read the spoilers already for chapter 1000.
I can't help it, you guys. Like, my thought process is that if I die tomorrow, at least I read them today. So,
I mean, I understand it's being so hyped. Like, Oda is really just 10 out of 10 from the start of the summer, I say since we got to chapter 1000, there has been nothing less than like an 8 out of 10. For me personally, this is the peak of One Piece. In my reading, like in my reading history, my reading background of the manga, this is the peak of it, and I expect so much more, man. It's gonna be so much greatness, man. This has been Daz Bones
and Monkey D. Michael,
and you know the Lotus always blooms twice.